Hello, and welcome to this instructional video on Sage 300 Year-End Procedures. As a reference, we will be referring to the Year-End Procedure document published by Sage. You may get a copy of this by going to your Help menu, Product Documentation, navigating to the year of your release, and Checklists. There you will find the Year-End Procedure checklist along with other checklists. Some best practices, although not mandatory, running day-end and inventory control, and reviewing accounts receivable, payable, bank services, and general ledger for unposted transactions or batches is highly recommended prior to running year-end. It is recommended that you make a backup of your system prior to processing year-end activities in order to create a fail-safe restore point. This is especially important if you are choosing to clear any history or other similar data. Let's review order entry and purchase orders. It is important to note that in these two modules, nothing is mandatory. However, in either case, you may go into periodic processing and choose to clear history. Many people choose to run reports for outstanding sales orders or outstanding purchase orders for review and analysis. Moving to inventory control, again, nothing here is mandatory. However, you can choose to go into periodic processing again and clear history. Or delete inactive records. You may also take this moment to process adjustments and clear out costs for items with zero quantities, quantities for items with no cost, or a combination of the two. It is also recommended at year-end that you engage in some reconciliation activities, such as reconciling your payables clearing, your shipment clearing, and validating that your inventory valuation ties to the general ledger. For those who use payroll, you should consider printing any reports required by statute. For those who use project and job costing, you may choose to clear history as well here, including transactions for closed contracts. In accounts payable and accounts receivable, again, nothing is mandatory. In both modules, under the periodic processing, there are options to clear history, delete inactive records, and clear statistics. In both of these modules, there is a year-end function where you can choose to reset your batch numbers, clear your activity statistics, or clear recurring charges for the year. Clearing the activity statistics is recommended as that will move the balances from the this year fields to the prior year fields. If you choose to clear the invoices paid and days to pay counter, that will clear out the totals down in the footer of the screen. The average days to pay, invoices to pay, and total days to pay. And this is what it looks like in the vendor screen. It is also recommended that you reconcile your subledgers, AP and AR, to the general ledger. Moving to common services, we get our first mandatory activity, and that is creating a new fiscal calendar. To do so, come into the fiscal calendar, select the New button, and for those who are on calendar periods, it should automatically populate with the right start and end dates. For those who are on alternative fiscal calendars, such as a 544 or a 445, you will need to adjust the start and end dates appropriately. When you're ready, click the Add button. This is also a great time to make sure that All your fiscal periods for prior periods are appropriately closed. Also, make sure that your current year closing period is unlocked. Otherwise, you will have an error when we create the new fiscal year. When you're done, close the screen. If you so desire, there are options in both Bank Services Periodic Processing to clear history and in Tax Services Periodic Processing to clear history. For those who are on a multi-currency system, this would be a good time to make sure that all your currency rates are up to date. In the general ledger, we can also do things like clear history or perform period end maintenance such as resetting batch numbers and deleting inactive accounts. Again, these history clearings and deletion of inactive accounts is optional. Please discuss this with your business partner prior to doing so. And now we come to the core step of this process, the Create New Year function. It is important to note that everyone needs to be logged out of Sage in order for this process to run. To check to see if anybody is in, go to your Help menu, Current Users, and check to see if anybody else is in there. If they are, you can log in as administrator and forcibly remove them if they are not able to gracefully log themselves out. For those who have ORCID Information Manager, sometimes called ORCID Notes or ORCID Document Management link, you will have to make sure that Information Manager is logged out. You may see the yellow ball right down here, or you may have to show your hidden icons. Find the Information Manager icon, right-click, and close it. This will make sure that you do not have any conflicts when creating the new year. Now we are ready to create new year. Double-click on the icon. Warning, backup data before processing. Please take a backup if you've not already done so. When you're ready, hit the Process button. And you are then complete. You are now ready to process in the new fiscal year.